Welcome everyone to a replay cast here. We now have game 2 between Big Ego Crew here on the Legion side, taking on Backdoor Protocol here on the Hellborn side. Uh, if you missed game 1, Big Ego Crew took that one at around the 20 or so minute mark. The pretty decisive victory there, running the Clanks carry. But here we are in game 2. We'll see if Backdoor Protocol can respond here. The bans are underway here. We have Cthulhu Font, Dampier, and the Chipper banned away from Big Ego Crew. Moira and Monarch so far banned away from Backdoor Protocol. Magma's going to be the third and final ban there, with Big Ego Crew with the first pick here. So they will be picking up 3 heroes. Backdoor Protocol will get 2 before we enter the next banning wave. And they will go with the Andromeda here as the first pick. So I'm going to go with a support option. Pretty safe one, to say the least. We'll see what Backdoor Protocol looks to pick up here. Possibly see some supports, maybe an offensive dual lane. We'll see what they go for here. And they're going to go with the Myrmidon as their first pick. Let's see if they pair that with a stunning hero. They are going to pick up the Fade, so that could possibly be a dual lane. It also could be their 2 supports. We could have a main support Myrmidon and a position for Fade. But here we have a Prisoner and a Cersei. So those are definitely some different Big Ego Crew style heroes. Now, I will say, with them running the Cersei here on the third pick, I do believe that that will be one of the support heroes. So I do think this will be a core Prisoner. And the question now is, will it be a mid lane Prisoner or will it be a long lane Prisoner, possibly paired with an Andromeda? Pretty good synergy there between the Andromeda and the Prisoner. A lot of physical damage with the minus armor from the Aurora as well. Now the Cersei, you typically pick that up with some hero that's very good to clone. And she's very powerful against heroes like Sandwraith, which aren't picked up this game, but just deceiving in general. Heroes like the Fade that need to run around and kind of pick off targets. The Fade will always be wondering if the Cersei illusions are real heroes or not. So the Cersei is very deceiving there for the Fade. I've always been a pretty big fan of Cersei, but we don't see her a whole lot. I do think that might come down to her having some multi-unit control with the illusions, but we'll see if they pair that with a hard carry that's very good to clone with illusions. Something like the Clanks came to mind right away, but they did ban that one away. We have the Rally and the Pharaoh also banned away here from Backdoor Protocol as the second and third bans. Empath, Aluna, and Oogie are going to be the 3 bans here from Big Ego Crew. So we got a couple of carries, a couple of supports, and a couple of initiators. So each team kind of banning away a few things there. But there is still something like Cersei Moon Queen. Any kind of hero that goes Mach is very good with Cersei. Anything with a really strong passive. Things like Legionnaire come to mind, but I don't think we'll see a Legionnaire here. Anyway, I'll just stop talking about things that are good with Cersei, and we'll see what Big Ego Crew actually picks up. Now, speaking of Backdoor Protocol, they go with a Bubbles and a Solstice here. Okay, so the Solstice, they might be jungling that. We have seen occasionally teams like running Solstice in the lane, which wouldn't surprise me coming from Backdoor Protocol because they never really run hard carries. They always run really aggressive mid-game lineups. So they don't really prioritize having like a very heavy farmer in their team, and Solstice could be one of those heroes where he goes into the lane, gets some good farm, and then they look to roam him around and set up kills. Now they have the bubble scout field to kind of hold people in place, the fade to scout things out and set up with the burning shadow stun. So we could see a laning Solstice. I think it will come down to the last pick. If they pick a carry on the last pick, we could definitely see a jungling Solstice, but I don't know if we will. So anyway, 30 seconds on the clock here. For Big Ego Crew, we need some kind of damage dealer and another core hero. We'll see what they pick up there. Most likely still needing Duchess hero and possibly either Volca's hero or Kevin's Puppet Soul's hero. Doctor or Pulsar, now that could be either a mid or a carry, depending on who they want to put that on. Both Puppet Soul and Dutch play Doctor, I think. So we have a Behemoth. I think that's a position 3 Behemoth and a position 2 Prisoner. I think that they would prefer the farm on Prisoner, if I'm not wrong about that. But I think Cersei and Andromeda are the supports. So a Dutch Doctor, a Puppet Soul Prisoner, and a Volca Behemoth. Now these are heroes that we really never see outside of the Doctor, I think, and maybe the Andromeda. I don't think we ever see Big Ego Crew run these heroes, Cersei, Behemoth, and Prisoner. But there is a lot of synergy in this draft. You have the stuns into Hook in the early to mid game. You have Doctor being able to initiate from far away without needing a portal key. Very active carry. Still 30 seconds on the clock here for Backdoor Protocol to pick up their 5th hero. So we'll see what that will be in a second here. They're gonna go with the Kane. Okay, so I I don't know how this lineup is gonna work. They do not have a big damage dealer outside of perhaps a farm Solstice, but that could be a thing. We could see Solstice possibly as the carry. I just don't know how he's gonna fare against a Doctor who can constantly change his position in fights. And Kane, I think Kane might be the position 2 this game, or the position 3. But Kane is not a hero I see a whole lot. I don't think he is the best hero with farm. He is fairly counterable by items like Storm Spirit. But this is definitely a very different lineup from Backdoor Protocol. I won't necessarily jump to the conclusion that I don't like it, but at the same time, it has a lot of questions for me. I do feel like they lack damage, and I feel like they lack a true carry hero, which is they kind of go hand in hand. Now, with that being said, in the mid game they have a lot of strengths. They have a lot of burst. They have a lot of lockdown. Um, but at the same time, so does Big Ego Crew. They have a lot of burst. They have a lot of catch. They don't really need many items. All their heroes are very useful without items. So in that sense, I think this is a pretty evenly matched early to mid game stage, at least in that aspect. And I think the late game definitely goes to Legion with the Doctor over the Solstice. So this is where I'm just gonna say I think Big Ego Crew's draft once again is superior, but we'll have to see how this game plays out. Now we are seeing an aggressive tri-lane here from the side of Backdoor Protocol with Myrmidon, Fade, and Kane. So it is a second support Fade, main support Myrmidon, and a farming Kane in a tri-lane, which I don't know how good that is. I think Kane is a hero that does need levels too. I almost feel like he's either better suited to a solo lane or a 2v2 lane. I don't think tri-laning a Kane is very good, but I might be proven wrong about that because I've never really seen it. Bubbles is going up 1 versus 2 against Doctor and Cersei. Then we have Andromeda and Prisoner. So it is Puppet Soul playing the long lane this game, and Dutch playing the mid lane here on Doctor. So they're going up against the Solstice, Prisoner, and Andro. This is going to definitely force rotation. Solstice cannot lane here 2 versus 1. I don't think even early on with his lifesteal he'll be able to hold his ground here. But Behemoth against the tri-lane, Volka's like, okay, fine, just send all your heroes against me. I'll sit in the trees here and get some XP and we'll call it a day. So I think the way Big Ego Crew has laned, they are already going to win 2 out of 3 lanes. And they're going to be just fine with having their Behemoth getting hardly any creep kills because he just needs experience and his eventual portal keep. So they immediately port both the supports up to top lane. Now we're going to have a tri-lane versus dual lane. Here comes the weed field from Myrmidon. Andromeda could go down for the Bloodlust kill. There's a hook. That might have actually helped them get the kill here on the Andromeda, but no, I think was that a golden apple? Andrew's going to throw out the Comet Stun there on the Solstice. Wow, if a weed field landed, that was very dangerous from Andrew to turn around, but they are now 2 versus 3 here. Bubbles is still going to be 1 versus 2. So take a look at the creep farm. We have a slight goal lead here from Big Ego Crew. Still very early on though. And now Behemoth is in a 1 versus 1 against Kayn, which I think Kayn should win this lane. Given the start that he's also had already, but we'll see how Behemoth can do. I like that Volka has items to contest the lane. That's very smart of him, realizing that they would make the rotations eventually, so he would get his lane set up that he wants. Hasted Myrmidon, and well, that's a dead doctor. The good old 2-minute haste rune definitely coming into play there. But good kill coming out from the Myrmidon. Finds the Doctor in a very vulnerable position. I'm actually not sure how Dutch got in this position, but definitely was playing very aggressively and got punished for it by the RNG of that haste rune. So, defend the pillow for its friend.
Isn't this like cheating?
Isn't this like cheating? That's a cool voice line. 13-4 against 7-0. So Kayn, and he's got a big wave here in front of him. So he's definitely winning this lane. That's no surprise. How's Prisoner doing? He is 9-2 against 15-1 Solstice. Now Solstice is going into the jungle, which is a little interesting to me. I think that if they were to do this, they should have stacked the camps first with the supports. I feel like it's very early. Now they have 2 supports up here, which is like, this is kind of a head scratcher. Okay, Kayn killed Behemoth. I feel like that's understandable, I guess. A lot of harassment from Kayn with the Waylay. Picks up a Helm of the Victim, so we could see maybe an Insanitarius. I think he's going to go for like a damage build. Weedfield landing there. Comet Stun already used with the hook. Myrmidon going to survive, it looks like. Prisoner goes for the hook there. Gonna be sidestepped by Fade. So, Backdoor Protocol is actually coming out ahead here with the 2-0 start. Kayn gonna get another kill there on the Behemoth. Okay, so 3-0 start here from Backdoor Protocol. They're looking pretty good now. Solstice gonna continue to work on some stacks. The thing for me though is the supports. Having the double support lane is a little odd. Bubbles is only level 4 with the 9-2 creep score. Solstice channeling the ultimate here. It's going to hit onto Andromeda. There's a stun coming out. The rake from Prisoner going to miss, unfortunately. Not able to get a counter kill there. So Andro falls. They have Behemoth middle right now. Looks like Doctor is jungling. So again, Big Ego Crew really utilizing the jungle. See if Doctor goes for the mana boots here, I think, into the icon is what we'll probably see. Kane is kind of uncontested down here. They sent the Cersei down here, but I think that's more or less to soak experience. And he's 425 gold per minute. Meanwhile, at the top rune, Comet Sun comes out on the Solstice. Murmina goes in with a waveform. Here's a hook onto Bubbles. Andro's Kelp. This is going to be a dead Andro. Is this a 6-0 start here? This is a 6-0 start from Backdoor Protocol. Okay. Alright, so they're making the draft work for now. Now, I'm not going to get ahead of myself here because, again, I still feel like Legion's lineup is very good. And they have a timing window to kind of reach. They're going to get a kill here onto Kane with the Doctor and the Cersei. Looks like he did use his face-off. Maybe that was on the Cersei. A little surprised Volca goes for 2 in the Enrage. That is quite interesting. Not maxing out the Fissure, but it's going to give him some more damage for last hitting. Works with the hatchet in case you don't know that. You can get 2 CS with the hatchet and the normal hit. Oh, he gets to the... No, he does go down. Solstice's ultimate deals some good damage here. Here comes Myrmidon with a single carp.
You will not escape this time.
Now Prisoner is here as well. Solstice going to fall here. Myrmidon gets hit by the rake. He has his waveform. So he'll be fine, it looks like. So there's 3 kills going the way Big Ego Crew. So it was looking scary to begin with, but now the rotations are coming in as they're getting close to their ultimates and whatnot. They did use the shockwave there for the kill onto Bubbles. And Doctor and Kane are even on GBM now, so we have an almost dead even game. 1000 experience lead in favor of Hellborn. So yeah, Bubbles roaming the jungle here. He's trying to find the Doctor in the jungle. Oh, he's going to find him. But will he be able to kill him is the question. Level 8 on the Doctor, he's 380 gold per minute. Well, they could be in some trouble here. Behemoth is in the area though. I don't know if they know Behemoth is here. Oh, Doctor gets his zoom off, but he dies to the reflection damage. Behemoth is trying to get the catch here. I think they're just going to turn and kill the Bubbles. Okay, Bubbles goes down. 2-man Fissure comes in. Rake is going to miss from Prisoner.
You will not escape.
Ooh, that one was like a little bit too early there. Actually, no, I think... Yeah, he did let it go, actually. Solstice is going to get spotted out here. And boom, he's dead. So it was 6-0. Now it is 6-7. Doctor is back in the action. He's gonna go in here. Doesn't have the pull actually. Fissure gonna be removed right away. There's a hook from Prisoner. Doctor going to make the escape. It looks like. Oh, Myrmidon jumps into a shockwave here. Does some good damage to the Fade as well. Fade gonna go down as well as Myrmidon. Bubbles might fall here. The entrapment misses. They are gonna get the kill onto Andromeda, but will it come at a cost? It looks like no, they are not gonna pursue the fight longer. This was a very long fight, and I would say Big Ego Crew won. They are in the lead, or they did tie up the score in kills now. Prisoner continues to have trouble landing these hooks. I don't know if Kevin plays a lot of prisoner or hook heroes in general, but hasn't been landing them too much this game.
Get back here.
Just gonna rake in the creeps. We still have a couple of heroes without level 6, just the Myrmidon and the Andromeda actually. Everyone's gotten over that hump now.
Get back here.
Fade currently with an Invis rune, not the Invis ultimate here. We're gonna possibly set up a kill. Well, Tim's trying to do some baiting. Ding ding ding. Prisoner gonna bring a creep wave to him to the rune.
Get back here.
Solstice does not have a lot this game. He's only 280 gold per minute. It's level 9. Where's he porting to? He's porting to the jungle. Have a glowstone picked up on Doctor, so he continues to jungle. He's getting close to his icon. Needs the 1100 for the beast heart. Then I'll have the icon with the broken up mana boots, sorcery boots. So Kane is still the highest level. He's the highest GPM as well. And what will they do with the Kane, though, is the question. He's saving up a lot of gold. I think he might be going Portal Key. Yep, I think it's going to be a Portal Key. But I don't think a Portal Key is going to be the best use of all that farm. Ice Brand on Solstice. Oof. I don't know about some of these pickups. I feel like they're not going to help translate Backdoor Protocol to winning team fights.
Have a taste of my
Okay, he gets the tower and a kill on the bubbles, and they're not able to kill him. Meanwhile, top lane Cersei goes down to the Kane Portal Key, but I don't think Big Ego Crew is that sad, because they get 2 kills in a tower down here on their prisoner, so he just jumped up to 390 gold per minute, like in the blink of an eye, which is very good for them. Behemoth has this Portal Key. I don't know how the heck Volko got a PK so fast, but apparently 50 creep kills and a 4-2-2 score and 300 GBM is going to get you a PK. Hiya. Well, Prisoner has a PK, Behemoth has a PK, and they have a Doctor with Icon. This game is very good for Big Ego Crew now, as I think this next team fight is going to determine a lot of momentum for whichever team wins a fight. And I think we're going to see the 2 teams clash now. Doctor jumps in, they get the first kill here on the Myrmidon. Here comes Prisoner, he's going to line up a hook. Silence comes out from Bubbles, Cersei goes down, there's a Behemoth, Shockwave onto 2, Solstice in the background, channeling the ultimate. That's going to do some really good damage here, as the Behemoth Fissure is going to stop the charge. That's going to save Prisoner, no doubt. And this is a very good fight coming in from Big Ego Crew, as Kane comes in. He's going to go down, though. Doctor with the icon just healing so much. He gets a hat trick. He might even dive the Myrmidon here. We'll see if he's feeling confident. As, well, Myrmy better be careful, because Doctor, you don't fuck with the Doctor, man. But yeah, that was a big fight. We had hat tricks from both sides. Kane actually picked up a hat trick as well. But again, Doctor does scale a lot better than the Kane or the Solstice does. And man, I really don't like that Iceman pickup on Solstice. So Kane picks up a Mighty Blade. I guess he'll be going Shrunken Head. That's going to help him get the lockdown on the target he goes for. What's the hero damage chart looking like? Pretty even actually across the board. Doctor continuing to jungle. Bubble's not really having a good game. 226 gold per minute. No real item progression. Trying to bait out those Cersei illusions to get Kane to jump here. Bait is scouting this out though. He's going to find the real Cersei. And Chorkan's going to fall again for the third time. The rest of his team groups up in the mid lane here. Possibly take out a tower. They have Doctor currently with no mana. He will most likely port to mid lane here as I think they're expecting a fight. Now they are going to maybe get initiated on here. We see them collapsing here. Bubbles does have a kill field. Doctor is most likely going to port here. Here he is. He's jumping in. They're going to get the one kill onto the Myrmidon here. Solstice jumps in with the stun. There's a swap on the Behemoth to save him as Doctor is now in with the opposite charges. Solstice will most likely fall here. Fade went down in the background, as well as the bubbles. It's a hat trick for Doctor. And, well, this is how Big Ego Crew rolls. They just get their core items, they take good team fights, and they outplay their opponent. And I think they're doing that here. I just don't like the synergy here. I don't like the item pickups because I don't feel like it helps them expand their lead or make a lead. And we're seeing the Doctor with the icon and the gnomes pick up now just kind of snowball. He's 515 GPM, he's level 14. And you would much rather have a farmed Doctor than a farmed Solstice or a farmed Kane in your team. Myrmidon. That is the real Myrmidon. He's going to get caught there. He's going to go down. Myrmidon is 0-6 now. Kane jumps in with the face-off on the Doctor. They could lock him down and maybe bring him down. Here comes the blast away from Behemoth as Doctor is going to heal with the icon charges. There's the counter Kane from the Cersei. Ding ding, you're out. Kane goes down. Bubbles is here with a silence. I think he's going to be fine. He avoids the rake. Doctor's thinking about going back in. He's got a decent amount of mana here. He might jump the Solstice here, gets vision from the Andromeda there. He wants the bubbles. I don't think that was the right target. I think he should have went for the Solstice. Okay, they get the bubbles, so I'm wrong. The fissure came out. Doctor going to avoid the stun there. And he's currently out of mana. There, he's going to get mana for the contraption. Here's the Calfield connecting onto two. Silence comes out from Bubbles. Will they have the damage to bring them down? The fishes are coming out from Myrmidon. There's the swap from Andromeda as Behemoth uses the stomp there. Shelser possibly going to snipe out Behemoth in the background as he does port to it. But Fade goes down, and now Myrmidon, he will probably fall for the 7th time this game. It's a champion in New Earth double tap for Dutch ownage. Oh, there's the snipe on the Andromedas. Kane comes in with the waylay. Prisoner, can he line up the hook here? He's trying, but Kane's gonna get himself the distance there. But yeah, 27-16 hero kill lead now. Very, very impressive performance here coming out from the Ego Crew. As I don't really know how they're going to combat this Doctor with only having 300 GPM on both their two main cores and their heroes that don't really scale that well. So this is a little puzzling to me. We have Arcana picked up on the prisoner. Looks like he's going for a Hellflower, I think. I hope it's a Hellflower. I hope it's not like a Twin Blades or something. That would be kind of rip. Myrmidon goes down. Death number 8 there. Puppet Soul on the prisoner gets credit for the kill. Fade goes down. Ding ding, you're out. I have Doctor jumping the cane here, and the top lane TPs are coming in. Doctor is zooming around. He is on a bloodbath. Picks up the post ace. 12,000 gold and 5,000 experience. So we have Doctor going toward a Hellflower. Looks like he picks up an Arcana.
Escape this time.
I don't know if the Andromeda and the Prisoner... Oh, he's going to miss the Aurora there. I don't know if they have the damage to bring down Solstice.
You will not escape this time.
This is... Puppet Soul misses the rake there. This feels like this is not a hero he's used to playing. There's the Shockwave from Behemoth. They get the kill there on the Solstice. Fade is in the reflection. Fissure comes out. It's a hat trick for Volca. Bloodbath continuing for the Doctor. There's the concede vote. And as I expected, that will do it here for game 2. 34-17 score here at the 22-minute mark. And again, another dominating performance coming out from Big Ego Crew. That will wrap up game number 2. And I believe the series is, I think that was all the games that they did play. So thank you for watching. That will do it for the replay cast. And hopefully we'll be back with some more in the near future.